Hey guys, welcome back to our pregnancy vlog. I'm Keisha from Team Yancey, and I'm here to talk to you guys about the most recent weeks of pregnancy that I've been through, which is week 7 and 8. So the first thing that happened in week 7, in an early part of the week, is I had my first OBGYN appointment. So I was so excited to go, and I was excited because even though it was week 7, I couldn't really remember with Logan how early I went. I guess it was around week 8 or 9. But I was excited to go because I was like, oh, I'm getting to see ultrasound or at least hear a heartbeat or something like that. You know, anything else that would have come with it would have just been expected, as far as maybe them just talking to me about things, asking questions. That's like the normal. But I was more excited just to at least hear a heartbeat or see some type of ultrasound and get a picture. So I went to an appointment, and actually went with one of my girlfriends who's also pregnant too. She's in, I think, her 6th month, or she's actually in her 7th month of pregnancy. Her name is Latoya, and she went with me just for moral support. So we went, and in the beginning I actually met with one of the, it wasn't the doctor, but it was one of the midwives at the practice that I go to. So she was not the one who was with me during my last series of pregnancies because she's new, but I have met her before. So she, actually the nurse came in first and started asking me just the normal questions, health questions about, you know, what happened with my last pregnancy, how much Logan weighed, stuff like that. And then when the doctor came in, she kind of just followed up. She asked me if I had any questions, and I was all excited, and that was pretty much it. So I was a little bit bummed. She did a little bit more than that. She did a what they call a culture testing, which if you don't know what that is, then you'll find out. It's kind of like a pap smear. Sorry for the TMI, but they did that, and then other than that, it was literally just questions. So I had a few questions prepared for her, but not a lot, because I was, like I said, just more so going in excited about hearing a heartbeat or seeing an ultrasound or something like that. So they said it was a little bit too early, and that they would reschedule me for the next couple weeks, and then I would come back again, and then we would do that. So sad face. I was a little bit upset about going, and then, you know, just expecting that but not being able to receive it, but it was all good. So she checked me, asked questions. They went over just, like I said, things from the previous pregnancy, what to expect and try to do differently this time. Just watching, you know, weight gain, watching what I'm eating, watching, you know, caloric intake, and watching just salt intake and all of that stuff that can be really dangerous during your pregnancy. Thankfully, none of that was too bad my last pregnancy, other than the weight gain. And but I'm gonna do better with trying to, you know, monitor that this pregnancy. But so I was a little bit bummed, like I said, because I didn't get what I expected, but thankful that everything that they checked and everything was good and okay with that appointment. So it was pretty short, sweet, to the point. After I left, and when I was talking and kind of checking out with the nurses, they set me up to take to get my blood work done, which is one of the first things that you'll do after you find out you're pregnant, or after your first OB appointment. So I got that set up for my blood work, and then they also scheduled my next appointment and told me to make sure that I re-register again at the hospital, that we are going to also have this new baby, which is where we had Logan a few years ago. So to re-register, I don't have to take a tour or do anything like that if I don't want to, which is what we did with our first pregnancy, but to just make sure that I re-register at the hospital. So got home, made my appointment for the lab work to be done. Just a heads up, when you're going for your lab work, you will get a ton of blood drawn. So if you're not used to, or not a fan of needles, or not a fan of just seeing blood, I apologize, but you kind of have to get over it with being pregnant, because they're constantly going to be poking you, prodding you, giving blood, needles, all that stuff. So it's one of those things that's like mind over matter. You have to just get past it. Thankfully, needles don't bother me, blood doesn't bother me, but that was just something that I remembered from the previous pregnancy. So giving blood, something that I forgot was that I had to use, had to give a pee cup or whatever, pee sample when I went there, and I did not have to go to the bathroom at all. So when I went for, I went to LabCorp. When I went, it was actually pretty early in the morning, so I had already went to the bathroom once, but when I went there, I did not have to go at all, and I was a little bit bummed. I was just drinking water and trying to just make sure I had something to give, which I did. So it was a pretty quick and easy visit when I went for my lab work. So that was done too, also towards the end of week 7. So the next thing that happened in the past couple weeks, I would say, is just continuous morning sickness has been going on, or morning nausea, because thankfully I haven't thrown up. I think when I was pregnant with Logan, I actually only physically threw up one time, but just had really, really bad nausea. So this time it's bad, but it's not, the feeling isn't as strong, but it's more consistent throughout the day, if that makes sense. So that is what I'm dealing with during this pregnancy, is just constant nausea. My stomach rarely feels settled. One of the reasons I gained so much weight last pregnancy was because with the nausea, one of the things that helps to settle it so much is carbs. So I just can remember being pregnant with Logan and, you know, going to work in the morning and having a bagel, or getting, you know, something that was kind of carb heavy to keep me sustained and, you know, nauseous free. So I'm trying to make sure I monitor that. Thankfully, like I said, it's not as strong this time, but it's definitely a lot more consistent and steady. So ladies, please make sure that you watch your carb intake with pregnancy, even though it helps and it feels good at the time when you're, you know, feeling nauseous, and it helps to settle it. Just, you know, maybe talk to your doctor if they have any other advice. I've been trying to eat a lot of fruit, or just things that are high in protein to also help that too. Like I said, I've been on a huge smoothie kick, which are super filling, so that's helping a little bit too. But definitely make sure that you watch and look out for that. So on another note, if you guys have never been pregnant before, or if you have and maybe just forgot, one thing to expect, which you probably wouldn't expect too much in your first trimester, but it does occur, is having to pee all the time. It is so annoying. I'm constantly trying to make sure I have enough water, but then it's a double whammy, because you already have to pee more because your hormones and you know, bladder and all that stuff is being affected. So you have that, and then you just have the fact that you're trying to stay on top of your water intake, so it's constant going to the bathroom. So get ready for that. It's pretty fun, pretty annoying, especially when it's in the middle of the night. I've had a few times, or a few nights, where I literally got up to pee maybe like 3 times in the middle of the night, which is very rare for me. I usually don't at all, or maybe once, but that's something to look forward to. Anything else that's going on? I have had some slight discomfort, I would say, when I'm sleeping. Not like I'm, you know, getting a huge belly or anything like that yet, but just certain pains, or I'm a huge like belly sleeper, so I'm trying to be more conscious of that to get ready for the time when my belly gets a little bit bigger. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm sleeping on my left side, because they say that that's the best for blood flow and circulation. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's just a mental game that I'm having in my head, as far as laying and being asleep on my belly, and then trying to make sure I turn on my left side. So that's something interesting too. Another thing that has been, I would say, new to this pregnancy, because I really don't remember this happening when I was pregnant with Logan, is my taste buds are all out of whack. When I say even water tastes different to me, which is really, really weird. They're not, I don't know, something is really, really off with it. Like I'll eat something, it'll be okay for a minute, and then like I want to say almost everything that I eat or drink has this weird like aftertaste. So something funky is definitely going on with my taste buds, which I know is a symptom, or can be something that happens with some pregnancies. So that is definitely something that is way different with this pregnancy than when I was pregnant with Logan. I don't want to make it seem like everything's a Debbie Downer or negative. I think I'll probably get into more of an excitement, or more of an exciting mood, once I hear a heartbeat, once I see an ultrasound and all of that stuff, and once we actually tell our family and friends, because right now it's a secret. So it's kind of just, I'm going through these things and these motions, and, you know, obviously talk to my husband about it, but other than that, that's it. I have to just internalize everything. So once that happens, I'm really looking forward to more excitement. But, you know, like I said, I'm here to give you guys the real deal with pregnancy. I am feeling, already starting to feel kind of moody, which my last pregnancy, I was very, very moody, and I used to tell people that I was mean my last pregnancy, and I thought I was a gangster. I was ready to fight everybody, especially when I was driving or when I was at work. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like huge and pregnant, and I'm like, you come see me. What are you doing? Like, who does that? And they're pregnant. So I'm starting to notice my moody symptoms come. I'm trying to internalize them, but people are already getting on my nerves. Even the people that I love and that are nearest and dearest to me, I'm over it. So just be aware of that. And obviously, if you're used to, you know, PMS or anything like that when you're in your period, it's kind of like that, just times 10. So get ready for that. In case I haven't talked about it in the past couple vlogs that we did for this series, we have opted to not, you know, make a formal announcement or tell a lot of people, especially our family and friends, about the pregnancy, just to kind of be a little bit more cautious than we did the last time. When we were pregnant with, or when we found out we were pregnant with Logan, we literally took the test one night and told everyone in the entire world the next day. So, and I was probably, what, 6 or 7 weeks pregnant at that time. So it was very, very early. And we are so blessed and thankful that, you know, everything with that pregnancy turned out perfectly and okay. But, you know, we're just being a little bit more cautious with this go round because we know that, unfortunately, you know, certain things can happen, especially in the early stages and the early weeks of pregnancy. So we definitely want to make sure that we're just giving it a little bit of time. We would have probably liked to have gotten completely out of the first trimester before we announced it to everyone. But just with the way timing and everything is working out, Logan's birthday, 3rd birthday, is actually approaching on, I would say a little less than 2 weeks away from now. So I think I'll be 10 weeks pregnant at that point, and I'll have my ultrasound and hopefully heartbeat and everything at that point. So we have decided to tell everyone at Logan's birthday party, and Logan doesn't even know. So it's going to be very, very cute to see his reaction, to, you know, see him find out that he's finally going to be a big brother. But yeah, so that's where we're going to tell everyone. We're still kind of dibbling and dabbling back and forth as far as how we want to tell the family, because that's the next event that we're having where almost everyone that's important to us will be there. Right now, I think what we've decided to do is we found a t-shirt on Etsy that says, I think it says Big Brother coming, and then it has like a date that you can put at the bottom. So for ours, it'll say October 2017. And we either want him, he's having a swim party, so we either want him to wear the t-shirt like towards the end of the party, and maybe just like we'll put a hoodie on over top of it, and when we're singing happy birthday to him, we'll just say, hey guys, we have like, you know, some fun news or announcements that we want to share with you, and then like unzip his hoodie and do it like that. Or me and Nas are thinking about maybe giving the t-shirt to him as a gift. So maybe we'll say, hey, we have a really important gift that we want our big boy to open up, and, you know, have him open it up and then hold it up and show everyone. So we're kind of trying to figure out how we're going to announce it to the family. But once we announce it to the family, then we can announce it to the world and put stuff up on social media, and these vlogs will finally be available, so that'll be fun. But that's pretty much it for this week, or I would say 2 weeks of episodes that we just kind of combined into one. Not too much happened, but just wanted to keep you guys updated and posted. Really, really excited because towards the end of this week that I'm in right now, as I approach week 9, I will have, Lord willing, my ultrasound and heartbeat. Yay! So that'll be really more excitement to come for the next video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't seen it already, make sure that you backtrack and go check out the other couple of weeks that we filmed in the beginning for this pregnancy vlog. If you haven't seen it already, please make sure that you check out our family vlog channel, Team Yancey. All of the info will be in the description. And if you guys haven't heard the news, I have a new channel that is up and posted already called Creating with Keisha, where I'm bringing you guys some fun projects, cooking, baking, DIY. There's already a few videos that are posted, and we will also put that information in the links in the description below. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week.